Hi, welcome to Fightmaster Yoga, and I'm Lesley Fightmaster. This is Hatha Yoga Happiness, and we're on day 19. So day 19, our tip or tool for today is to do something that you have been putting off. We all have those things, change the light bulb, fix the screen, maybe sign up for that class you've been meaning to take. And these things kind of sit and rattle around in our minds and make us uncomfortable, whether we're aware of it or not. So make a list, right Elmer, make a list, and then once you've got it done, you can just check it off, but try and check one off today. It'll make you feel good because you'll accomplish something you've been meaning to. So grab 2 blocks and a strap and a blanket or pillow to sit up on, and let's get started. So we'll begin sitting up nice and tall as we normally do. Feel free to cross at the shins, or you can sit up on the knees and close your eyes. And just begin to take some long, smooth breaths in and out through the nose. Find that little constriction in the back of the throat as you're breathing. Allowing the breath to have both sthira and sukham, steadiness and comfort. Let's bring our hands together in front of the heart, and today create your own intention. Whatever you feel called to practice today for your intention, go ahead and set that now. Releasing the hands, let your eyes softly blink open. As you inhale, reach your arms in front and interlace your fingers, face your palms out. Exhale here. Next inhale, reach the arms up by the ears. So bring them up as high as you can without crunching your shoulders up by your ears. Let your shoulder blades relax a little bit. And then inhale here. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, reach up a little taller. Exhale, twist a little deeper if you can. And then inhale, come back to center, and exhale, release. Let's switch the cross of the legs so the funny shin is in front. And then interlace here. Take the regular pinky that you have on the bottom, move it up one, and then face the palms out again. And inhale, arms up by the ears, reach up nice and tall. Try to turn your pinky fingers toward the floor behind your back. Then watch that the ribs aren't popping out, so draw those in. Take an inhale. Exhale, turn to your left. Inhale, create length. Exhale, turn a little bit more if you can. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale and release. Roll the shoulders back. One more time. And then take the arms out to the sides. Hook your thumbs behind you or interlace your fingers, or you can grab your strap. Inhale and open up through the chest. Just look up gently. So I'm just reaching, I'll turn this way so you can see. I'm just reaching the hands back a little bit. Doesn't have to be that much. And then release that. And then reclasp with the other pinky or thumb on top. And one more time, roll the shoulder heads back and reach back a little bit. Looking up if it's okay on your neck. Just make sure that you're not cramming your neck. You just look up a little. Opening the chest. And release. Let's come onto our hands and knees. And wrists under shoulders with knees under hips. Bringing your right arm out to the right as you inhale. And then exhale, come onto your right shoulder. And the right ear, if that's okay on your neck. And then take your left hand to your left hip and just draw it back a little so that your hips are level. And taking the left hand, either rest it at the low back or reach around and hook it on the thigh. But continue to pull back on your left hip. Then roll the left shoulder back. Maybe look up at the ceiling. And just take a couple more breaths here, stretching the shoulders. Let's add the left leg, but extend it back, keeping the ball of the foot on the floor. If that's too much, just keep the knee bent instead. Nice open chest. One more breath. And then release it. So let's come back to center. And we'll do the other side. So as you inhale, you'll reach the left arm out to the left. On the exhale, sweep it underneath the right arm. Pull back on your right hip gently. And reach your right arm up. You can take it to the low back or reach around for the thigh. And then again, continue to pull this right hip back so that your hips stay level. Looking up at the ceiling maybe. Breathing. Always turn your attention back to the breath and then adding that leg if you like. Take a couple more breaths. And slowly release. Come on back to center, and then we're going to walk the hands forward. And a little bit more than a hand print. So we're going to walk them forward a foot or so. Try and keep your hips just above your knees. Knees are hips width apart. Then you're going to reach the belly and the chest toward the floor. Now, I'm going to do that. You can still hold it if you like, but I just want to explain. When you reach the belly and chest toward the floor, you're going to turn your triceps out. As you turn them out, press more into the thumb, first finger side of the hand, and the inner wrist. So we reach out, drawing the belly in. My triceps, the outer upper arms, are spinning down toward the floor. My biceps, the inner upper arms, are lifting up toward the ceiling. And then I'm pressing some extra weight into the thumb and first finger side of the hands. And breathing, always breathing. You might rest your head down, you might rest your chin, your chest might even rest down. Maybe nothing is touching. Maybe you're up higher, that's great too. Just so long as you feel a stretch. And then to come out of this, we'll just walk the hands back. And then we will just walk the hands now about a hand print in front of the shoulders. Start to turn the triceps back again so the inner elbows will face the front of the mat. Press into the thumb and first finger side of your hands. And then slowly we'll come into down dog. And as you come to down dog, imagine you're still trying to keep your inner elbows facing the front. They're not going to, but imagine that's the direction that you're turning them. So tuck the toes and start to make your way into your down dog. And begin to bicycle the legs. Bending one knee and the other. So arms are shoulders distance apart and feet are hips width. And then let's bend both the knees and stretch the spine. Keep the hips up high, reaching back, straightening the legs as much as you can. Take 3 breaths here. Keep pressing into the base of your fingers as your forearms lift up and away from the mat. 2 more breaths. Take 1 more long breath in. Exhale it all out. Bend the knees, look up, and walk or hop your feet to your hands and your hands to your feet. And come into Uttanasana, forward folding. And just lightly nod your head yes. Bend the knees as needed. Shake your head no. And now grab your hip bones and with a long spine, inhale, come on up, and we'll come all the way to the front of the mat to Samastitihi. Big toes together, heels slightly apart, or the feet are hips width. And let's take Surya Namaskar A to warm up. So inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, fold over the legs, hinging from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step to plank and lower to the floor. Knees can be up or down. Pull the belly in, hug the elbows in as you lower. Bring the hands by the low ribs and inhale for Cobra. Pull the hands toward the feet. Press the pubic bone down a little so you're lengthening your buns to your heels. Now keep this and then just slide your forearms down. So line up your elbows right under the shoulders. Same actions here with the pelvis, so the pubic bones pressing down, and same with the buns, they're reaching to the heels. Draw your elbows back toward your waist. Draw your shoulder blades down toward your waist. Press all 10 toenails into the floor. And imagine you've got a brick that you're holding between your inner thighs. And breathe, of course, breathing. Take 2 more breaths. Make sure the toes are straight back behind you. And from here, we'll lower down. Bring the hands by the low ribs again. Inhale, low or high cobra. High cobra only if it feels okay on your back. So make sure you're pulling your belly away from the floor. And then exhale to the knees, tuck the toes for downward facing dog. And breathing here. Just a few breaths. Stretch back, get nice and long through the spine. 2. And 1 more breath in. Exhale it out, bend the knees, look up, step or hop your feet forward. As you inhale, lengthen the spine, look up. On your exhale, fold in. Press down through your feet. Inhale, reach tall. And exhale the hands. Good. So we'll do Surya Namaskar A this time. If you want to jump back to Chaturanga, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, I'm going to step back to plank on this one. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale and fold. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, step or float back through Chaturanga. Hug your elbows in, knees can be up or down here. Inhale, press through the hands and feet, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, stretch into down dog. For 3, 2, and 1 more breath in. Exhale it all out, bend the knees, look up, step or hop your feet up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. And press through the feet, inhale to reach up. Samastitihi, exhale. 1 more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, step or float back for Chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhale, stretch back. Let's inhale this time the right leg back and up from the inner thigh. And then exhale, step it all the way up. Take the left knee down. Feel free to pad up this left knee if it needs any padding. So back out of your pose for a moment. Pull your right hip back. Lift your hip bones up toward your lower ribs. And then sink forward. Keep pulling the right hip back and add your arms. Now let's bend the right elbow and hold on to the top of it. So you're moving this right hand down toward the center of the back. At the same time, continue to lift the hip bones toward the lower ribs. And then take your left arm out and either hold your shirt or clasp your hands or grab your strap. Roll your left shoulder back, reach your right elbow straight up. Keep pulling in through the belly. Let's tuck the back toes under for a little more stability. Take 3 breaths. 2, widen through the collarbones. And 1, release. Make your way to down dog any way you like. You can step right back there or plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Or make sure that you modify if you want to use cobra. Knees down during Chaturanga, that's always your option. Inhale, left leg up. And exhale, step it all the way through by the left hand, right knee down. So coming up back out of your pose, you can draw your left hip back and reach your hip bones up toward your ribs. Then lengthen through your buns. Sink forward. Add the arms whenever you're ready. You can have the back toes untucked or tucked for now, but continue to pull the left hip back. Imagine that you're holding a block between the inner thighs. And then we'll bend the left elbow and just hold on to the top of it. This left tricep is still spinning forward. And breathe here, keep the ribs in. Let's tuck those back toes for a little more stability. And stay with this, or right arm out to the right, thumb down. Bring it behind you. You can hold on to your shirt, clasp, or use a strap. But do roll your right shoulder back and keep your ribs drawing in. And breathing for 3 breaths. And 2. And 1. Release it. Bring the hands down and make your way again to down dog any way you like. Exhale through chaturanga if you're taking it. Inhale through up dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. And then we're going to come right onto the knees. And grab your strap if you have it. So the strap you don't have to use right now, but if you do have one, take your strap just above your elbows. So that when you pull, your elbows don't go wider than the shoulders. So if you have the kind of strap with a buckle, just tighten it so that the elbows don't go wider than the shoulders. And then just like we worked on before, we're gonna practice dolphin pose, but practice by turning these outer upper arms back and then pressing into the thumb and first finger side of the hands. So from here, we'll tuck the toes and lift up and back for dolphin pose. Gaze between the feet or knees. So really try to turn your triceps back toward your feet, your biceps, the inner upper arms forward, and then ground down firmly through the thumb and first finger side of the hand and the inner wrist and the inner forearms. And then keep lengthening out. Keep lifting the shoulders away from the floor as you press into the forearms and elbows. And then step back about a foot and inhale to dolphin plank. And then let's take the feet together and imagine you're holding a block between the inner thighs. You're still pressing a lot through the thumb and first finger side of the hands. Now we're going to bring the right fingertips in toward the center of the mat a little and roll onto the right, and then bring the left hand to the center of the mat and roll to the left. The right hand can come up a little and back to center, to the right, and back to center, to the left. It's a little awkward, I'll give you that. Back to center, walk the feet up, and then make your way back down. All right, so today there is an option to go upside down. So we're gonna bring this strap, we're gonna bring a block over to the wall, and if you're not going upside down today because you have any spinal injuries, you have glaucoma, you have high blood pressure, it's that time of the month for you, then skip it and just work on what we were just working on, the dolphin to the dolphin plank. Otherwise, we're gonna come over to the wall. You can bring your mat with you if you want to. And take your block right up against the wall. You'll make an L and a backwards L for your hands on the block. The strap will go exactly like it was a moment ago. And we're gonna take Pincha Mayurasana or forearm balance. When you're up in the posture, imagine you're trying to pull this strap in half, like you're trying to break it in two, okay? So thumbs on the bottom, hands on the sides. Walk in. I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna leave my right foot down because that's my power leg. I'm gonna lift the left leg up. Notice that I'm not opening the hip. I wanna keep the hips level. Now look at the block. Bend the knee and hop. And then once you're up, keep your gaze a little forward and squeeze the legs, pull the belly in, lift the tailbone to the heels. Now, I just wanna say, I don't recommend doing that without a mat under your arm. That could hurt my elbow. So I'm gonna slide my mat up. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be very happy with myself. Okay, so remember, once you're in it, pull pull the strap like you're trying to pull it in two. Okay, here we go. Hopefully, second time better. So forearms are down. I'm going to keep pressing into the thumb first finger side of the hand, inner wrists and inner forearms, and spinning triceps back. First dolphin, step in a little bit. I'm going to keep my right foot down, I'll step it in a little more, lift my left leg up from the inner thigh, then look forward at the thumbs, and then hop. And usually you don't have to hop as hard as you think you do. And then once you're up, keep pressing into the forearms, pulling the strap away. Keep lifting yourself up and out of the shoulders. And squeeze the legs. When you're ready to come down, come on down. First thing you do is you take a child's pose. It's always the first thing you do after an inversion. Okay, so if you want to practice your Pincha Mayurasana, your forearm balance a little bit more, push the pause button. Otherwise, we're going to keep going. Slide my mat back a little. Okay, and then let's come right onto sitting for bridge pose. I'm going to have my brick handy in case I want to do supported bridge. Take your feet to hips distance apart. Make sure the outer edges of the feet are parallel. Toes point in a little bit. Now draw the belly in, lift the hip points toward the low ribs, lift into bridge. If you'd like, roll the shoulders under. You can also hold the sides of the mat and pull like you're trying to pull the mat apart, and that'll help to open your chest. And then come on down. Take soles of feet together, knees apart. So we'll do another round. We can do another bridge pose, or you can do Urdhva Dhanurasana wheel. Or it actually translates to upward facing bow, but oh, everybody knows that as wheel, huh? So let's take the hands by your sides for bridge and come on up. Roll the shoulders under if you like. Or you can grab that brick and take it right at the base of the spine for supported. Or bring the hands up by the ears, elbows point straight up, toes in a little bit. Come to the crown of the head, line up your wrists and your elbows, and then straighten up. Toes in, spiral the thighs in, stretch the front of the body, buns toward the backs of the knees, shoulder blades toward the chest. Take one more breath, and then if you're all the way up, be sure to bring your chin in and lower. Soles of feet together, knees apart. So I always have you pause on the crown of the head and line up the wrists and the elbows, but what if your elbows splay out? Because that happens if your shoulders are a little tight. Well, you can use the strap again, right above the elbows. It's a little awkward. Sometimes it'll hit you right here, but it really helps to keep the arms in place. So let's do one more bridge or wheel or supported bridge. And if you find your elbows splay out, try with the strap. Hands come down, so already it's a little awkward. First to the crown of the head, toes in a little bit. I'm gonna line up my wrists under the elbows and then press up. And that helps me from turning my elbows in the wrong direction. Keeps my shoulders safer. 3, 2, and then chin in and lower. Come on down, remove the strap if it's there. And let's hug the right knee in, extend the left leg out. And then just holding on to this right shin, make some circles. Just lubricate the hip. And the other way. And then bring it to center and twist. Going over toward the left side, look over the right shoulder. And then we'll come on to center and draw the left knee into the chest, extending the right leg out. And then holding the shin with the left hand, just make some circles. Pause and go the other way. And then bring the knee into center and take it across over to your right side. And then looking over your left shoulder. Try and turn your belly up toward the ceiling as you breathe here. And then back to center. And then we'll draw both knees into the chest. So either you'll stay here, rocking side to side and front to back, or if your neck is okay with it and you don't have any issues with the neck, you can take your legs over. And this is called halasana. So if your feet reach the floor, you can let them rest there. If they don't, then you can keep them off the floor. But try and keep your hips in line with your shoulders as best you can. And breathe. Keep the chin away from the chest and your feet do not have to touch. 3, 2, and then taking the hands down, we're going to roll out slowly. Use your belly muscles. And then when you get all the way down, we'll do a little fish pose, Matsyasana. So my hands are a little bit underneath my hips. I press up onto the hands and then lift the chest and look back. And my head may or may not touch the floor. But I'm breathing right into the chest, widening my collarbones. This is a nice one. One more breath here. And release it. And we'll get ourselves set up for our final resting pose. So lengthening your buns toward your heels, shoulder blades toward the waist. Bring your arms out, let your feet flop open. Close your eyes. And just allow yourself to sink in and relax. Come to natural breathing, quiet mind and quiet body, Savasana. Right where you are, take a slightly deeper breath in. Start to make movements in the fingers and your toes, and your hands and your feet. And then stretch out through your arms and legs. And then bend your knees, roll off to your right. Just pausing here a moment for gratitude. And then with your left hand, press up. For our quote today, take a comfortable seat. And our quote today is from Ralph Waldo Emerson, who said, "To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." To be yourself in a world that's constantly trying to make you into something else is the greatest accomplishment. So, making your list to get some things accomplished today, but know that being yourself is the greatest accomplishment today. Let's bring the hands together. Hands to our foreheads, reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to the heart, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. And the hands to the mouth to remind us to have clear and loving communications. Let's send out some positive energy to all beings everywhere. Namaste. I'm so glad that you joined me today. I hope you have a fantastic day. Don't forget to push the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends. If you can help to support Fightmaster Yoga, there's a link below for donations and at fightmasteryoga.com. Also at fightmasteryoga.com on our homepage to the right near the bottom, there's a little Amazon square. So it's a link. If you click it, it'll take you to amazon.com. And if you shop through that link, it will help to support Fightmaster Yoga, but it doesn't cost you anything else. So if you do your shopping on Amazon, please use our link at fightmasteryoga.com. Most importantly, have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.